Hi Donut, you here? So I assume you're here to see me play the game, right? Let me get started then. Just give me a moment. Disable OneDrive. This game is Potion Forger. So select potion, select a couple of potions. I don't know what the potions do. Am I supposed to read the page first? Just give me a moment to find where your where's your game? There we go. So I have to read the document first. Roguelike tower defense by assigning potions to towers, creating synergies to defeat shadow creatures, shadows versus alchemy. Bullet hell gameplay with deck building inspired by SNKRX. Description: Slay the Spire, LR Path of Champions. So the main gameplay loop is you select potions that apply different effects to enemies, and effects can combine together to cast spells or enchantments. Potions can also be combined or removed at certain nodes. Inspired by... I have no idea what to do. Let me just go in and figure it out. So there is a dash. Select the potion. I have no idea what the potions do. Select the potion. Can't see the chat now, but I will have a look at it after I finish the level, right? Read after playing once, space to dash, it's pause to. Okay, got it. I need help. Where do I get help? Because your games have very little help. Like, I was struggling, always struggling to get through, you know? Right now, the first level is probably the hardest level that you have. Because you have very low damage, right? Then there is a lot of enemies, and so you lose a lot of health in the first level. The health bar and everything, and the art, everything looks nice though. I'll just play with that. See, it's really difficult. The potion is missing, so maybe because I'm using the wrong power. Yeah, I don't understand why the potion sometimes miss. Is it because it's rotating in clockwise? The clockwise direction? Oh yeah, it is. So I've got to position myself in a very specific way to get damage. The potion doesn't move sometimes. I'm not very sure how the potion works. I guess when there are more potions to get cleared. Right now the shooting is zero. Not very intuitive. And it's always going to the right. Not sure what's going on here. Or to the left. There you go. I think once you have more potions, it gets easier, right? Because the potions just start blowing up everything. Once there's more potions, it gets easier. But still, there's quite a lot of evading that has to be done. The sound is nice. The sound is quite catchy. I don't know, did you make the sound yourself? So the trick to beating this game is to keep moving, and I think also a lot of positioning work required, right? You've got to position yourself really properly. Copies. So if you're copying sounds, one thing that you can do as well, what I call the most bang for your buck, is if you had added some sound effects whenever you know the enemies hurt you or whenever you hurt the enemy. Because for every meaningful interaction that you have in your game, there has to be an accompanying effect, like some cue, you know. So especially if you hit enemies, right? If you have a really satisfying sound that plays whenever you know, like you damage enemies and then you know they blink or they flash red or whatever, right? The feedback is really important to making the interactions feel heavy and significant. That's on an aesthetic level. On a gameplay level, yeah, that works as well. Camera shakes are a little harder to do. Like, so if you have 40 hours and you want to spend a minimum amount of time improving the experience, sound effects are the best way to go. You already have the particle effects, which are great. I think the particle effects can be made better. I'm not sure if you did it in Unity, so I think it's not in Unity, right? So if it was in Unity, I can just jump into your project and then just add some particle effects for you and like run you through the basics of how that works. But if it's not in Unity, then I'll have to familiarize myself with whatever engine you're using first. And with the game, the first level is the most important, in the sense that the first level has to be easy to get through, because the first level is when someone is getting used to your game, and what you want to show in your game is that it's satisfying to play, it's satisfying to go through the gameplay loop. So meaning I must feel good when I'm killing enemies, and when I'm hitting enemies with the potion, and it must feel like I have a, because your game is a bullet hell, right? And then it's a lot of it is about skill. So that if you give the player the feeling that they are not in control of whatever they are firing, right? It makes it harder to hook people on. So like from the second or third level onwards, when more potions start to come into play, the game actually gets more fun. First level is the hardest so far, I feel, because you have to get through, and you just very few resources, and I'm not sure how the shooting works as well, because sometimes the potions are always going the same direction. So it seems very luck based in that sense. Yeah, so like I have extended portions of the game where I just start with just the potion going the wrong way, right? And it's tough, and I lose a lot of health. And by the time I get to later levels, I don't have enough health to survive them. So if you wanna have the first level that is simple, right? What you can do that has maybe low damage, and what you want to do is just have weaker enemies on the first level as well, and that will help. Or just make it easier to get through the first level, you know? Like maybe some level of control can work as well. I would say make the level easier, plus make the controls more predictable. I'm not really sure how the potions are being controlled now. So once the first level is over, you know, and more potions, I think it gets easier, the game. You can do a lot more damage. I can just position myself so that the potions are always shooting. Just, you know, I just have to get a couple of hits in, right? Not like a lot of them, as I do in the first level. And it's not always realistic to get yourself to the right position like this when there's bullets and everything flying around. Oh, I think... Okay, sorry. I just figured out how it works. So you've got to point your mouse to where you want the potions to shoot, right? I'm sorry. Okay, that makes it easier, I think. If I let me try this again, okay? I think now this makes a lot more sense. Misunderstood how your game works. So I've got to point the mouse wherever I want the potion to go. Okay, that makes it easier, a lot easier. Let's get through this then. So I would say if we take out the portion, so now the targeting is not a problem, right? The only thing I guess is that if you give the character more health, that would be better. Makes the game easier, you know. If we are working with 5 health for the entire level. Okay, I got it. Got how the game works now. Let me try again. Now I understand how it works. Let's do it. Perhaps one thing that you can do, right, is just to mention that WASD space and then mouse to aim. If you mention that, I think that makes the game a lot faster to pick up, because it took me a while to discover that, you know, I could use the mouse, aim my bullets. So we health, yeah, right. Okay, let's get through this. Fast. Forge 2 weapons together. Getting a hang of it, but it's getting really hard. Getting it. Let me try again. Did it get theme synergy? What do you mean theme synergy? Okay, it's getting pretty fun. Once you understand how it works. If you missed it, you've got to mention that you use the mouse to aim at the beginning of the game, because I didn't get that at all. It took me a while to figure it out. Wow, everything is just forging. And game works well, makes me want to keep playing to get through this. Oh, Hugh gives everything. All your help. Great. think there's a very specific set of very specific build that you have to be able to get through the higher levels, because you need to have a lot of potions. It's easier to have like a bunch of potions than it is to like have few upgraded potions. So I'm gonna focus on grabbing potions for this run, and I should be able to get through everything much easier. So one thing that you can make your game more satisfying, right, is if you, whenever you kill enemies, right, if the enemies explode and then they give you like gold or something that you can use to exchange for some other perk, I think that will make the whole thing more enjoyable. You get what I mean? So it's actually easier to play when you have a lot of potions, as opposed to combining your potions early on. Just gonna grab a ton of potions first, and then we can figure out how to combine them afterwards. You deal so much damage, like 5 potions. Much better than a bunch of potions. It doesn't matter that you can't use the potions. Like just having 5 potions by itself is very strong. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing or bad design or anything. I think it can be part of the design consideration and things like that. And I think you've designed the attacks very well as well, in the sense that, you know, all the attacks are sufficiently hard to dodge, and you have to, your timing has to be just right, so the way that you have designed the attack, so that you have to move a certain way or you have to dash to be able to get through them. I think it's very well done. Attacks are very well designed. You can see you've put a lot of thought into them. Like, it wasn't just you putting a bunch of random things together. You spend quite a bit of time and effort to get everything working properly. And the way that enemies scale as well, like, you know, this dashing enemy becomes harder to deal with than the original one. I think that's great as well. It's great design. The enemy design is good. It's getting to the point where I'm having trouble causing the attack. To play quite a fair bit more to understand, to improve myself before I can get further in this game. Get 1 health and potion. Which one do I not have? Strong one I have. Whatever that is. fast charges are hard. But I think the trick is, I guess, is just to get him to turn around and stuff, right? I like how you made a wave just big enough so that you can't just walk out of the way and you have to dash. You have been in that positioning. And depending on who you ask, the dash might be overpowered, but yeah, personally think it's fine, but if you really want to make the game difficult, you can make the dash non-invulnerable, so then positioning becomes even more important. But I would say, I think that's fine. For a single player game, the dash can afford to be invulnerable. And the boss is right there. Should I combine my items? I don't think that helps me very much, but go for it. So there's a bug here. The sound is not updating. You have a knack for creating games that are very addictive, to be honest with you. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks so much. So the potion combo is really not that important, to be honest with you, because a lot of the game, I guess it belongs to the kind of games I like as well, because your game, to do well in your game, you have to be able to position well, and you have to be able to dodge, you know. And these are the kinds of games that I play. I mean, I play platformers, I play Street Fighter as well, and all of these games require you to get on your feet and to respond very quick. So I'm better at these games, and I think your game is pretty hard for a casual audience to get through. But it's designed just like the enemies are at just the right level of difficulty where you have to make the right decisions to get through them. And that is what makes it satisfying for people who play games of that nature. So I would say it's really well done. It's a couple of things you can change about it, but I really enjoyed it. So let me leave you a review. I think I've got to leave a review in the comments, right? Let me do that. See where the page is. Mouse aim is hard. Oh, it's because of the math, right? The mathematics of it. It's difficult, right? I mean, if you want to, I can explain the math to you, but I assume you already know it already, right? Really enjoy this game. Really well. It took me a while to realize that I had used the game done really well. The enemies in particular, they are tweaked such a way that have relatively good timing access to be able to this does make the game less accessible to casual gamers as well, because a lot of what makes you successful game very secure. Proper traditional which may is quite all benefit facts all the player hits and it makes the combat even more satisfying. Overall, it's great piece of work. Game easy to fall into a trap. Game play. So I like the game. I think I like all your games, you know. So thank you for sharing this with me. Okay, I'm gonna continue working on the Vampire Survivors stuff because we left off yesterday at the UI section here and forgot to sort this out. And what I was thinking about was whether we should show all the stats or only a specific number of them. So one thing that I thought about was for the modifiers, instead of showing the buff, instead of using a buff, we can just use a player stats, enemy stats modifiers. You're gonna have to catch up. Well, I was just playing Donut's game. Donut, maybe you can share the link on the chat. So he showed me a game and I was spending the last half an hour trying his game, and he has a knack for making games that are really addictive. I've got to give credit where credit is due here. Oh, let me just post the link of his game since I have it here. Gotta try it out. It's if you like bullet hell games, then you will like that game. And what I'm gonna do here is just revise script here a little bit. And thanks for helping him take a look. How are you doing, gentlemen? Today is actually Chinese New Year, like the eve of Chinese New Year in Singapore. So we are gonna have a lot of celebrations later on. Just getting my work done before all these celebrations start. Game Jam theme was synergy. Well, to be honest with you, if it was synergy, then the potion aspect didn't work that well. I'll be honest with you, the game works well, but because the theme wasn't the center, wasn't the center point of of the game, you see. So I'd say that makes your teaming a little bit weaker. But it depends on who the other competitors are as well, you know. So if the other games also didn't bring out the synergy as much, then it would help your chances. If I were to replace stats with player and enemy modifiers, I think that makes everything a bit easier to work with. What is the best part of Chinese New Year for me? I don't really enjoy it, to be honest with you, because it's a lot of we have to visit our relatives, you know. I think it's a little bit of a chore, but I think that's what everyone's like. Half the people here enjoy it, half the people here are just doing it because it's just going through the motions. But the break is nice, you know, the break from work, and the festivities are nice as well. I wouldn't say it's all bad, but I'm pretty ambivalent towards it. I'm okay either way. There isn't really a strong feeling of enjoyment, or just I don't really dislike it as well that much. You're Chinese as well, or are you? Because if I remember correct, you're from Australia or New Zealand. New Zealand, you're from, right? I from the US. Do they celebrate it over there? It must be like 1 a.m. over there now, right? It's like really late over there now. Donut, you should totally drop like some coins and stuff. I think that would make it fantastic. But then the challenge is what do you want to do with the coins? Like, because they have to serve a purpose, like they have to allow you to buy items and stuff. Like you had in your other game. UI level selector doesn't have a player modifier. You can have 10 potion effects if you get a lot of force. That's fair. Chinese New Year is festive, it's very noisy as well. It's when we get, like, the kids get money from everyone. It's not a bad festival. It's pretty fun. If you enjoy the gambling, there's a lot of gambling that goes on. And copy my code, so it turned out to have like, well, with the other games without my code, they work pretty well as well. So I think you have I'm proud of you. It's very nice. Games are very nice. Very well done. Why don't I have a player modifier? There we go. Player modifier. Enemy modifiers. Just change the name here to player modifier. Path data has player modifier. What is it spelled? Player modifier. So let's just keep to the same spelling. Hi Lucas, how's your day? Let me just turn on some music. I was wondering why everything is so quiet here. Of course, I haven't played any music for today. So this track is from Apu.com. Apu is the ultimate shitcoin, the ultimate crypto shitcoin. But when Trump released his new meme coin, it just killed all the shitcoins, so everything is down right now. Unfortunate, but it's what it is. Working on a multiplayer mode. Are you using Unity 6? If you are doing that, then that would be great. So if you're in Unity 6, then they have this multiplayer module that makes everything a lot easier to work with. If you're not on Unity 6, you will have to use Proton. And I haven't heard very good things about it. I hear it's a little difficult to work with. What kind of sound bug do you have?
Chicken, chicken, chicken tendies, chicken, chicken, chicken tendies. Gobble them up, gobble them good. Chickadee, chicky tendies, choky, 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 choky milk. Choky, choky, choky milk. Bottoms up, brownie goodness, chockity,
So
choky.
what I want to do here is just bigger, it's not equal to now.
Bottoms up, brownie goodness, chockity, choky milk.
Maybe it's the kind of games you like. So you like hard games, maybe that's why your games are all hard. How can I make a drop down that allows me to select which stats are shown? So there's all these little things as well, which
Chicken, chicken, chicken tendies, chicken, chicken, chicken tendies. Gobble them up, gobble them good. Chickadee, chicky tendies, choky, 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 choky milk. Choky, choky, choky milk. Bottoms up, brownie goodness, chockity, choky.
it's 1 p.m. here. I just had my brunch before I started streaming. Had a very nice McDonald's hash brown and muffin. So what I'm thinking about now is we have this level selector script, and when we select different levels, right, the tooltip actually updates. The stats update as well, but what I want to do is make it so that it's very easy for anyone who is using the code we have here to just change the stats that they want displayed, because right now only certain stats are displayed, which is not great. You can you know, if you change the move speed and stuff, right, it's going to change the values here, which is great, but I wanted to show also, you know, like values that we don't set to 0. So I think that's gonna take a little bit of work to figure out how that will fit in. Because it's gonna involve like drop downs and stuff. Either that, or we need to have a map so that anything that's non-zero, right, will just appear by itself. Actually, I don't need to have this section here. So the challenge here is just to figure out which stats to display for both the player and the enemy as well. Yeah, the synergy thing makes sense. It's just that it's not the focus of your, it's not the centerpiece of your game, you see. So the focus of your game is more on positioning and aiming to get through and avoid anti-enemies. Of course, and kill enemies as well. So the potion strategy isn't the main focus of the game. Whereas if you wanted your game to be more thematic, then the combining of the potions should have been a bigger focus. So like for example, you may have different levels, and then you can label the levels before the game starts. So then, for example, if I have certain combinations of potions, right, then I would prefer to go to certain levels instead. That would bring out the synergy more, because then what you want to have is, if you have levels that become more difficult if you don't have the right combination of potions, right, then there is that synergy aspect coming in. You see where I'm coming from? You could mention your name in the comments. People would think my game is too cool. What do you mean? Use a list of key value pairs. Is it possible to show key value pairs in Unity? Let me just give it a try. Key value. Using reactions. String is string.
Big Sax Haver. Rich as my father. Better than your Adidas shirt. Is up for a booster job. Brand new frog on the chart. Check it out on that screen. I don't know, I think I don't like this Feather Non. What is his name? Flavor Non?
Create my own.
No, dude, I think it's Favela Non.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Pump harder. Maya Poo, pump harder. Pump harder. Can you pump harder? Pump harder. Maya Poo, pump harder. Bugatti is a car with chill on. That's what she said.
Custom editor functionality time to complete.
Can you pump harder?
Do I have a custom editor for the scene
Bugatti,
display?
pump harder. Pump harder. Maya Poo, pump harder. Maya Poo, pump harder. Pump harder, pump harder. That's what she said. Pump harder, pump harder. That's what she said.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just making comments in the context of what could have been done better. I understand that it may be time constraints as well, and it's a totally fair explanation. I'm just gonna leave it here. I think I'm not gonna like make it any more customizable. You know, we can just hit into the code and change the stats we want to display. I think that's totally fair as well. It's like, otherwise if I just make everything customizable, it's going to take way too much time. And it's a one-off thing anyway, right? In the sense that you make the level selector screen only once, and it's not like we have to return and keep changing the display stats and stuff. Point to give speed boost, enemy spawn rate decrease. Yep, that's one idea that's an idea that can work. But maybe not the spawn rate. Because it's where the fun is, right? If you decrease the spawn rate too much, then it becomes not so fun.
It doesn't have to make sense because it makes sense to me.
Missing a max health team. Oh, are we? No, we're not missing anything. What's going on here? This works fine. And perhaps remove 100 here. This is what is needed. So this should be the default instead of this value over here.
One dev is a pudgy retard who dumped his stack. Two dev then deleted the TG website. He didn't want us back. Free Coinbase, bro. It's taking over with the community.
So this is the default fallback function in the default game. Now we're getting something about the specified cast is not valid. Do you need a lot of player feedback? I mean, you've got a lot of player feedback as well, right? You've already had a lot of player feedback, so I think you should do fine. Don't worry about it. The synergy thing, I think that's a valid reason, unfortunately.
We want us back. Free Coinbase is taking over with the community. He is leading the charge now. Endless opportunity. 4 new website and X are here. 5 working on updating socials on DexCMC. So much fruit to bear.
So here now we have a cleaner stage selection screen. We have these different stats, and when you select different areas over here, this gives you different values, which are great. I just want to align the text over here a little bit better. The extra stage info, just put it at 0. So the extra stage info should have been stretched much more. 0, 1. Let's do it. When is the Brackeys one is 16th of February, right? I think that's definitely doable. Can work something out. So now we have the selection working, and the next thing to do would be to make sure that the bonuses apply to the stage. But how can we do that? Can apply as a buff. That is actually the most easy way, you know, to apply as a buff. Okay. Which means I'm gonna have to swap this back to the original, but the buff. If I make it a buff, it's not as easy to use. If I'm, can I create a new buff data?
Green frog, that little frog, green frog, that little frog, green frog, little green frog. I'm on the lily pad chilling now. They say I look like a lumberjack. Felt like red, so I ordered a full rack. I am out of green, so I'ma go and get another sack. I possess a set of means, it seems a lot of others lack. I come from a part where the pond is pretty and the ground grows roses. My pond got a lot of friends and some cheats be overdosing. You can leave your car locked, cause your car might end up getting detailed 9 times out of 10. When we get pulled over, everybody in the truck is holding America, baby. Every kid here's a bubble.
Thanks, Lucas, for helping play the game. If you like difficult bullet hell games or like Dark Souls, that kind of stuff, I think you'll like the game.
Chilling now. They say I look like a lumberjack. Feel like red, so I ordered a full rack. I am out of green, so I'ma go and get.
Is there supposed to be a description at the bottom of the
I possess a set of memes, it seems a lot of
bias by Red There's supposed to be a description on the box below, right?
Candies and chocolate milk, buttermilk and syrup, and eating and drinking. Candies and chocolate milk.
Well, Apu's a frog, he's not Norwegian. There are 2 different frogs, Apu's the best. And he comes from Finland.
Level
from
included
France,
display is this
We
one.
should do some
Spring.
singing. I said
This
sure,
one.
but before we do, there's something that you should know. Blues tunes are ringing, they'll get you jiving and swinging.
I like candies and chocolate milk.
Why do we have modifiers box here? What's the modifiers box for?
Chocolate milk, buttermilk and syrup, and eating and drinking. Candies and chocolate milk.
Hyper, hurry, limit break.
I'm in one night while we were swinging, a Jeep walked in, dumped on Apu HN. So we put a quick end to him, and Apu said, hey friend, you better
It's gonna
get
leave
some
this
more
one out,
chicken
right?
tenders. I said, sure, I'm pretty
Of course.
hungry and I love you. Well, I like tendies and chocolate milk, tendies and chocolate milk, buttermilk.
I think there is a need for us to include that at the moment.
and drinking, tendies and chocolate.
Just gonna leave this one out. Modifiers box gone. So then we can stretch out the scroll view to occupy the entirety of the parent.
Utility tokens fill you with dread. Don't try to make sense of them in your head. You've taken lots of chances before, but I ain't gonna give any more. Don't ask me to buy your utility token. That's how it goes. Deep down, I know that you're joking. Not
Stage
buying
section.
in coins is something you're gonna regret. Believing in utility is something that gets you misled. VCs have made the accusations before. And I ain't gonna take any more.
Go hide and expand. What if we do auto hide? I think it's pretty well. Well, hides itself automatically unless the we have too many items. So perhaps we can push the content a little bit more to the right. That makes sense. So let's see how the scroll bar appears. I have a few more items. Scroll bar appears here, and I actually want the scroll bar to be bottom should be stretched out, please. And the width of 20 is fine, but then outside 10 pixels. Outside. So if I have a lot of items, it's just gonna appear right here. And I can also make it so that it always appears, and that becomes part of the design, permanent. And I'm gonna style it a bit better. Sliding area.
Guess I'm just a victim of food. Cheap thrills, don't you know I like our food? Cheap thrills, don't you know I like our food? Cheap thrills, night after night buying our food. Cheap thrills, when you ain't supposed to do it, I will.
I think you do fine, Donut, because I think your game is pretty okay. But yeah, the only thing is just synergy part, right? That one you've just gotta hope that you're lucky. But the gameplay itself is fine. It's fun. How many comments do top games have?
Scream, are you swinging rope yet?
What I can do is, if you can create a video that or trailer, like say a 10-15 second trailer for your game, I can post it for you on the channel as a community post. But my reach isn't great as well, so I may get you a couple more views. It's not gonna be some explosive increase in the level of your viewership, but maybe the 5 or 10 viewers you get, you will be helpful.
Revolution of the fall, standing strong together, marching in unison to make freedom forever. The beat of rebellion, howling in our hearts. This is the anthem of the frogs that will never be torn apart. Whoa.
The upper community, our family so tight. Awaiting the 4010 remember with delight.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Was a buzz with shit post galore, training to outdo each other more and more.
I think no matter where you do it, if you're able to create a trailer, I think that's gonna be really helpful. Because the trailer summarizes the game and gives the impression of the game better than you talking about it will. Advertising is the hardest thing, man. It's anything you want to do, right? Today, attention is the most valuable thing that you can have. If you can garner a lot of attention, then you're gonna get a lot of money and everything else. It's hard. The hardest thing to do is getting attention. It's harder than any coding work you have to do. I know, right? His games are all very difficult. It takes a while to get used to it, but once you do it, it becomes more fun.
It's not like us to say sorry. After all, it's the same old story. This dad was mistaken. 3 moves of pennies taken. And I've been wrong, I've been down to the bottom of every chart. So these 5 words in my head scream, are you swinging rope yet? Yes, I do even know that. You said I'm holding and I swear I still do. And you must have been so mad. Those blue birds must have damn near killed you. The output chart reminds me of a death that was scammed. The output chart reminds me of a death that was scammed. It's not like us to say sorry. After all, it's the same old story. This dad was mistaken. 3 moves for pennies taken. And I've been wrong, I've been down to the bottom of every chart. So these 5 words in my head scream, are you swinging rope yet?
Tendies and chalky milk, tendies and chalky milk, buttermilk and syrup and eating and drinking. Tendies and chalky milk. a frog. He is not Norwegian. There are two different frogs. Abu's the best. When he comes from Finland, some friends say, friend, we should do some singing. I said, sure, but before we do, something that you should know. Blues tunes are ringing. They'll get you down.
Enemy AI for Prime. What are primal aspects?
Tendies and chalky milk. Tendies and chalky milk. Tendies and chalky milk.
It's the
Syrup and eating and drinking. Tendies and chalky milk.
I don't remember what they are. Just what do? They shoot projectiles and a home. The projectiles home, is that it? It's been a while since I played those games, so I don't remember how it worked.
Get some more chicken tendies. I said, sure, I'm pretty hungry and I love you. Well, I like tendies and chalky milk, tendies and chalky milk, buttermilk and syrup and eating and drinking, tendies and chalky milk.
Falling on apple core, a guiding star. Bought the dip again from near and far. Done it or stay away, this is our game. If you can't mean you won't find fame. 69 billion market cap, a dream inside. Friends will be friends through day and night. Apu, I think about you all the time. In this mean world you truly prime. Apu, 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 our joyful chant. How much is this to we stack? Let's take a chance. Friends forever in this crypto space. With Apu by your side, we'll embrace. In the mean war we stand tall. With Apu going, we'll never fall. Through the memes and market haze, Apu leads us in his grace. From voice to chats, his presence beams. In a land of memes, Apu reigns supreme. So hold tight and hold us strong. For Apu and friends, we'll sing our song. Together we'll ride to the moon and back.
Fellow friends, together we have fought countless battles and wars. We have won all of them. Some of us will remain forever friends, while others will go on their own path. We are now a family, and some of my kids will marry your kids. More than anyone else, I want us to keep going strong and restless. Believe in the faith. Believe in the plan that guides us ahead on the long trail towards the great divine. The year is 2030. I wake up to a lady boy in my bed who makes me breakfast.
Hey Dad, I love you. You're the most important person to me forever. I took your money, yes I took a lot of your money, and I put it all into Apu. I just want you to be proud. I just want you to be proud. Your 15K is not worth like 2 or 3 anymore. In fact, it's looking like it'll be worth more. Thank you for everything that you did for me. eternity. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. Apple, please make my dad proud. Please retire my dad. He works so hard. He never takes a break. He does everything for me, and that's why I do everything for him. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Apple. In this vast and ever-changing land, Apple coins in my diamond hand. There's a temptation to trade, to let them go, but then their potential I'll never know. For these coins hold a promise bright, a future unknown, an endless flight. To sell them now, a hasty mistake, for the value may soar and fortunes may. I'll keep them safe like treasures rare. With patience and hope I'll gladly bear. For in the world of
You can still make further submissions of the game. I thought the game jam was over.
hold them tight with steadfast grace, embracing uncertainty in this digital space. For the value they hold beyond mere gold is the belief in a future yet untold.
Shouldn't be a selected level. Let me be selected here as well. What about this? Levels. We have an instance, let's say.
Tree house, 2 cars, a beautiful life, a son who owns a factory, fancy clothes and losses for dinner. I'm saying you are what's wrong with crypto, Bitcoiners. You coast the life, you do as little as possible, and you reach off decent, hardworking people like me. If you lived in any other time in the history, you'd all have starved a long time ago.
treehouse, 2 cars, a beautiful wife, a son who owns a factory, fancy clothes and lobsters for dinner. I'm saying you are what's wrong with crypto, meme coiners. You coast to life, you do as little as possible, and you reach off decent, hardworking people like me. If you lived in any other time in that history, you'd all have starved a long time ago. I was born on a friendly street where the friendly drums the beat, and the loving rugged speech went all over us, and every single night when me da would come home tight, he'd invite the neighbors out with this chorus: come out, you rugged man, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you swipe our money down in Indonesia. Tell her how the Friend Brigade made you run like hell away from the green and friendly lanes of Telegram. But the fighting wouldn't end, couldn't break, couldn't bend. Through the weary nights as we stood up tall and continued to pump, Ali Diaz tried to dunk, but he's a chump. Come out, you rugged man, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you swiped our money down in Indonesia. Tell her how the Friend Brigade made you run like hell away from the green and friendly lanes of Telegram. But the fighting wouldn't end, couldn't break, couldn't bend. Through the weary nights as you were shaped out over out and far. Chiefs never have the time. They are cheating their bags on the street. The makers who they will meet are is the token you should own. So cute, he's just a small green frog. We were sure we would see him top 10, and I still believe this, my friend. Holders will be rewarded, plan trusters will be getting hit. 5G sent billions of programs. I trust every word Skin Face has said. This next part will be the best yet. Next part will be the best yet. Tete-a-tete, words rabbit cats yet. And then I play to so cute, he's just a small green frog. We were sure we would see him top 10, and I still believe this, my friend. Holders will be rewarded, plan trusters will be getting hit. 5G sent billions of programs. I trust every word Skin Face has said. This next part will be the best yet. This next part will be best yet.
My brother meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. I heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. Little Try to frog not making any sense, thinks he be dying from all the tendies and chunky milk. But that's the name of the game when it comes to meaning coins and looking for a spot amongst coins that have fake name. I heard that meme, he's a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. Will Tory Frog be spazzing and shit, I think he's ODing from the buttermilk, nah, never mind, he's just dancing on Tardy, I guess that's how he gets down. Whatever Lil Tardy Frog does is legit. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me 10 years, sipping chunky milk, no walls. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me 10 years, sipping chunky milk, no falls. I heard that meme, he's a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. I heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real.
What am I working on today? Hi Cody. I am working on improving the... I'm working on finishing up the level select screen. So right now, there are a couple of inefficiencies in the code. So I'm just cleaning that up. And also because we have these buffs, right? I'm working on applying the buffs whenever we select a level to the player character in the level itself.
It's frogging on him. He's frogging on him. One step, two step, he steps, you step. Let's get to frogging on him. Feeling froggy, then leap on over to apple.com. Let's get to frogging on him. Got a real flag carrier. If you know what I mean, we frogging on him. I trust Jim Jones, I trust 5G, I trust the plan. You cartoon frogs, mushroom head and bellows too. Fuck yeah, we frogging on him. Rumorio. I said Rumorio. Fuck Palladius, that chart is flat. Two different frogs. If you know, that's where to be. Good morning, friends, we frogging on him. APU, Apostasia is frogging on him. We're frogging on him. We frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. Do frogging on him. We 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 frogging on him. Who frogging on him? Apostasia is frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. One step, two step, he steps, you step. Let's get to frogging on him. Feeling froggy, then leap on over to apple.com. Let's get to frogging on him. Got a real flat carrot. If you know what I mean, we frogging on him. I trust Jim Jones, I trust 5G, I trust the plan.
Index range.
Mushroom head and bellows too. Fuck yeah, we frogging on him. Rumorio. I said Rumorio. Fuck Palladius, that chart is flat. Two different frogs. If you know, that's where to be. Good morning, friends, we frogging on him. APU, Apostasia is frogging on him. We're frogging on him. We frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. We 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 Morio, Rumorio. We Morio, Rumorio. We frogging on him. I said Rumorio. Fuck Palladius, that chart is flat. Two different frogs. If you know, that's where to be. Good morning, friends, we frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. But Apostasia is frogging on him. But Palladius, that chart is flat. Two different frogs. If you know, that's where to be. Good morning, friends, we frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. Apostasia is frogging on him. But Palladius, that chart is flat. Two different frogs. If you know, that's where to be. Good morning, friends, we frogging on him. APU, Apostasia is frogging on him.
Laser sempre a mel, scrolling through my phone. Message caught my eye, friendly hello, but it made me sigh. Please delete, that's my wife, I cried in fear. Been using the Apple Telegram, misunderstanding strong here. Please delete, that's my wife, I pleaded loud. A simple mistake, but it left me wild. Off the destroyer, that's what they named my love. Her name is Gabby, she's an angel sent from above. Caught her up in a panic, what's going on? She chuckled softly, Chumbawamba, goo-goo. In this digital dance, dash of flares, please delete, that's my night. Scrolling through my phone, a message caught my eye. Friendly hello, but it made me sigh. Please delete, that's my wife. I cried in fear, and using the Yahoo Telegram, misunderstandings drawn near. Please delete, that's my wife. I pleaded loud. A simple mistake, but it left me wild. Thought I could destroy her, that's what they named my love. Her name is Debbie, she's an angel sent from above. Caught her up in a panic, what's going on? She chuckled softly, chumba whoomba goo goo. In this digital dance, dash of flares. Please delete, that's my wife, and she's not wearing her underwear.
My heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. I heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. Little Twitter frog not making any sense, thinks he be dying from all the tendies and choky milk. But that's the name of the game when it comes to memeing coins and looking for a spot amongst coins that have fake names. I heard that meme.
Character select screen.
That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real.
Well, I was checking whether the flash tag display, the reference to the level selector. No, it doesn't have the level selector as a reference.
Chunky milk, no falls. I heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real. I heard that meme needs a token. That sounds like a fake meme that ain't even real.
So maybe we just don't need the level selector as a reference. This makes no sense to have the level selector as a reference. Selected character as well. Not used here, so we can just drop this. And level, what is the level selector? Okay, so has to get rid of Jake.
We don't stop, up to up a star job. We're at the top. The lady, her search rocket won't make us drop. We keep on grooving, won't let it flop. Yeah. We don't stop, up to up a star job. We're at the top. The lady, her search rocket won't make us drop. We keep on grooving, won't let it flop. Yeah. Small and cute, peppy, tall and smart. One is a literal hate symbol, the other one everyone loves. Heavy is owned by Mad Fury. Our poop belongs to all of us. I don't hate.
levels in game as well. There's a lot of cleaning up of existing code in pairs. You can create a static function called get current selected level. Makes sense. Okay, expect that. Yeah.
You and me till the end. It could have been the two of us forever if you'd have just been my friend. Now I'm alone for frog summer. This ain't the way it should be. I'm just a tiny
This
target.
returns
Why did you do this to me? 6 dogs over a billion. You want it all for yourself. When you come for the king, you better not miss. Just no greed can be bad for your health. Now I'm alone for frog summer. This ain't the way it should be. I'm just a tiny target frog. Why did you do this to me? 6 dogs over a billion. You want it all for yourself. When you come for the king, you better not miss. Just no greed can be bad for your health.
Luna reference exception over here.
With a ribbit here and a ribbit there. Apu Staja, spreading joy everywhere. Nothing but his voice, no instruments inside.
What's happening?
Staja, singing day and night. Gather round, listen to the sweet melody. Apu Staja, the frog we all wanna be. Oh, Apu Staja, singing from the heart. Acapella style, it's a work of art. With his ribbits, he steals the show.
What's going on here?
Staja, the cutest frog we know. The cutest frog we know. Ooh.
Levels in game. Well, we already have a well, we already have a levels in game.
changing land. I put coins in my diamond hand. There's a temptation to trade to let them go, but then their potential I'll never know. For these coins hold a promise bright, a future unknown, an endless flight. To sell them now, a hasty mistake, for the value may soar and fortunes may. I'll keep them safe like treasures rare. With patience and hope I'll gladly bear. For in the world of digital game, our redeemer shall rise and fortunes attain. Fortunes attain. With steadfast grace, embracing uncertainty in this digital space. For the value they hold beyond mere gold is the belief in a future yet untold.
Hop in my truck, let's hit the road. I'm a country frog with a story untold. Started from the bottom, now I'm headed to the top. Gonna reverse that rug and make that money non-stop. I took a leap of faith, bought a coin called Apu. Next minute the price dropped, what you gonna do? But I kept my spirits high, kept vibing with the guys. Next thing I knew, the rug was about to flies. Out in the telegram, we built the empire, slow rating on X, watching it all grow. But we had a secret tucked away, out of sight. We unleashed a reverse rug to 5G's delight. Gonna take this rug, flip it around, reverse the light. 5G's delight, hey. Gonna take this early free. Gonna take this rug, flip it around, reverse the light. Gonna take this rug and flip it around, reverse it right back, heading to Motown. Grab the steering wheel, 180 degrees. Hold on up nostalgia, we're gonna be financially free.
How many 32 times 32 tiles would you recommend for a non-infinite map level? How many tiles in width and length is what I need? You can have as many as you want, as long as, let me think. You're gonna have to test it out, because it's very hard to recommend a value without knowing how you how many, what's gonna be happening in your game. Because if you have no let's say if you have very few enemies in your game, right, then you can have more tiles. Whereas if you have more of them, then you can have less. So you can have as many as you want, and you can. So what I recommend you do is you just put everything into the same scene first, and then as you play the game, look for performance issues, and then when you run into performance issues, then you want to consider ways to optimize them. Like for example, you can have 100 tiles, and what you can do perhaps to start off is you can just leave them all active, and then you see whether the game runs fine. If the game runs fine, then you can just move on with it. Otherwise, if you find that there are some issues with performance when you have, say, 100 tiles, then you can think about what if you disable half the tiles on the scene, you know, and see how the game runs, and then you have to write a script that enables and disables the tiles, as you go closer to them. So So there isn't really a fixed answer, just because every game is different and every game has different performance requirements. You're gonna have to play the game and then optimize it from there. If that makes sense to you. Okay, the list of things. Okay. Use link to find object. So we've gotta find so instead of doing levels in game map, I can just do selector any selector levels and okay, work here. I'll have to use links. Using system any and then this would be person team where team is equals to map. Scene data and scenes. Alright, I think I fixed the issue. Welcome. Welcome, Lucas.
Have you met Lord Apu? Someone said as we shook hands, he was just Lord Apu to me. Then I said, Lord Apu, you're a gentleman.
Please
who
assign a total
understands.
template.
I'm a man who must be friendly. You better drink cola, you better not be rude.
So what kind of buttons do I want? It's like, yeah, why am I getting this thing again? Really annoying.
I practice every day to find some clever lines to say to make the meaning come through. And then I went and spoiled it all by saying something stupid like beep boo boo. I can see in his eyes that he despises bedtime like the day before. He loves coffee.
This error, man.
So that's why Lord Apu.
There's no idea what's going on with this error here.
You're a gentleman who understands. I'm a man who must be friendly. You better drink cola, you better not be rude, you better not forget to brush their teeth. I'm telling you why. Apu is coming to town. 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 Apu is coming to town.
Apu in the cup, we run this shit. Depth the rug puller, got caught in the pit. Grab your bags, we're taking off. No delay, all those janitors watch. We're here to stay. Aim hard into Apu, cold way, motherfuckers. Or six suckers Suckers don't even have a back. They're just suckers. Higher highs, higher lows. We decide our fate. With the booth by our side, we dominate the stage. Friends forever, we don't fuck around. Apu calling Ray, standing on solid ground. Dev try to pull a move, but he's just a janitor. With Apu in control, we're the true creator. Which friend are you, friend? Make your choice. In Apu we trust, we raise our voice. Rolling with my homie Pepe.
Why is that now there?
In the world of crypto, we set the course. Ice out in Apu coin, that's the biggest flex. My haters drown in the tears, we collect checks. In the world of crypto, we choose Apu. No room for the weak, we're breaking through. So listen
Why
up,
is
haters,
now
and listen up good.
What?
Apu's the king of the hood. With Apu coin, we're making stacks. So bow down, motherfuckers, and face the facts.
So I just do this now like this.
Late at night, me and the bros sipping whiskey, strumming on our guitars. Had no plans, no place to go, but we heard about a treasure.
Why am I getting a noun value for?
Yeah, we
Oh, it's
raided
because
Twitter,
there isn't a
me and the crew.
what's going on
For
now?
likes and retweets too, screaming hashtags, causing quite the fuss, tapping on keyboards, raising some hell with a buzz. Oh,
I'm gonna close this window. Like the errors are really annoying me now. I'm not sure what's going on. There's a whole bunch of errors
we found our spot.
popping up.
From the darkest corners to the funniest jokes, Twitter was our playground where we never felt alone.
Thank you for jumping in to support. Really appreciate that. It just made me feel a little bit better when I was feeling really annoyed about the errors that are appearing. But the errors were fixed after I restarted the editor, so it's all good. So I'm gonna see if we can add some. I've got to go soon, but I'm gonna see if I'm able to add some extra options. So these are some labels, and these are like the boosts, the level boosts. And then we have some buttons over here, right, that generates the structs and the level icons. How does that work? Level icons. Longest and there's the image as well, right? The images are images are all here. And we probably also want how do we take a snapshot of think the struts are fine. You just play around with that a little bit and make sure that it's good. So we have these buttons here to generate the struts for us, and the icons. What does generate level icons do for us? Generate level. Create toggles for level data.
I ain't never seen that meme before. What's the lowdown on the lore? Damn, that shit ain't even funny. What the fuck they make it for? Got a million Apple memes, but I need a million more. Let me dig a little more. What the fuck they make that for? Is that a meme or a
These two buttons can be combined together, and then we can create a new variable as well. But you know what? I'm not gonna be able to finish this on time, and I've gotta go soon. New Year celebrations starting soon. I'm gonna call it a day, but I'm gonna be streaming one more time this week as well, like probably Thursday night or something. So if you've joined the stream, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. And let's try and get this finished by the end of the week. I'll put some time into this over the week if I can find some as well, like outside the stream. I'm gonna make a move now. I'll see y'all, and if we can finish it by this week, we can start the video for this next part very soon. And yeah, that's the plan. Alright, so if you're just coming in, I really appreciate your help and you joining here just to show your support. I'm gonna head off now to celebrate Chinese New Year. I'll see y'all.